roam so free, two souls bound by fate and mystery. Cousins by blood, but deeper we go. Secret world, only we know. Whispers in the night, they call us near. Voices from the past, crystal clear. We're tuned to the stars, we're hearing the song. Clairvoyant hearts, where we belong. Marcus and Osa in the glow of the night, dancing with spirits, bathing in light. Real estate by day, dreams by the moon, selling homes while hearing the tune. Osa sees visions, her eyes like fire. Marcus builds bridges, lifting us higher. Guided by the wind, the rhythm flows through hidden realms where only we go. We're tuned to the stars, we're hearing this song. Clairvoyant hearts, where we belong. Marcus and Osa in the glow of the night, dancing with spirits, bathing in light. Under Detroit skies, we roam so free. Two souls bound by fate and mystery. Cousins by blood, but deeper we go. Secret world, only we know. Whispers in the night, they call us near. Voices from the past, crystal clear. We're tuned to the stars, we're hearing the song. Clairvoyant hearts, where we belong. Marcus and Osa in the glow of the night.
Peace.
What up, though, cuz-o?
What up, though, cuz? How you feeling?
Pretty good. I've been working today.
All right, now. Get it. Don't stop.
Yep.
It's been a busy and productive day for me, too, so I'm feeling good and floating, you know.
Okay. What's up, everybody? My name is Marcus.
And I am Osa.
And guess what?
What's that?
We the cuz-os.
In the cosmos.
Yeah, welcome back. This is season 1, episode 9, I believe.
So, 9 episodes in.
9.
That's a nice number in numerology.
Yeah. Should we break the secret for next week?
Oh, I mean, let's go for it.
You know what? Next week is going to be our season finale.
One whole season down.
Yes, one season down, a whole season. It's been an amazing journey. I've been really liking this a lot.
Yes. And it's been such a fun season, but yes.
Yeah. This whole ride, TWF, special guests we've had. Oh man, special guests don't even stop because today it keeps going.
It gets better and better and better.
It gets better and better. You want to give them a little preview of what's going on today?
Our episode today is entitled Readings and Real Estate. So we are going to tap in about readings, and Marcus is going to talk about his work field dealing with real estate and how those two worlds navigate and come together. As y'all see, he got his, special potion, his Grand Marnier.
Yes.
And we have a special guest coming in today. Should I just wait and surprise with her, or how we gonna do that?
We can name drop. They can't stop it.
Okay, so yes, we have our special guest Joelle the Vibebrarian
Yes.
joining us today. And then at the end of the show, we are going to do live readings for our very first time together on the
It's
show.
Hey Cuz and Hey Cuz is live.
Yes, we are live, so I'm excited. I'm so
Yes.
excited. Yes, 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 yes. So stay tuned for some juiciness to be wild and to just resonate with what you feel.
Yeah.
You know, we are all connected, so the message might reach you too.
Amen. That's what's
Amen.
going to happen. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So, tell me about your last week since last week's episode.
Since last week's episode, oh goodness.
That was
Um,
Halloween, right?
yes, that was Halloween. That episode was so fun. Um, I have been going through a series of like shifts and transformations.
Mm,
Um, it seems like everybody I talk to is in this deep space of like questioning
mhm.
what's going on, why is this happening? Why do I feel like I'm trying to find my way and I feel lost, or I need clarity, you know? So I guess that can get us, we can go ahead and jump on into the cosmic forecast so we can really tap
Okay.
into the stars and see why this last week was what it was.
Give me that cosmic forecast. Let's go.
Okay, so we are in the post shadow period of the full supermoon in Taurus. So
Mhm.
the moon still outside is very, very bright. We are feeling it deep in our bones, like our inner waters is being highly affected by this moon.
Okay.
So this moon is bringing up conversations and just thoughts and reflections about self-worth, about our foundations, about our stability, about how our money comes in and flows,
Mhm.
and self-love in general. Like it's just a time to pause, to sit still, to plant seeds, to reevaluate self and build from the ground up.
Okay.
So I personally have been having like deep, deep reflections on that and just questioning
Hmm.
it all, like reevaluating it, putting things back in place, and like lining those bricks up one by one. And the
Interesting.
process of just flowing with that, it's just been coming on in. So I'm like,
Now, don't we also have another big issue coming in
oh,
strong this month?
we got a few big issues. Well, I'm not gonna say issues, but we are in the shadow of Mercury retrograde. Okay, so Mercury retrograde starts on the 9th. But again, we are already feeling it. So
Yes.
Mercury is the planet of communication. So when it goes in retrograde, everything just kind of slows down. Um, and it slows down for us to be able to reevaluate our thoughts, reevaluate the way we communicate and how we respond. Um, on the flip side of that, though, it can make conversations very intense, very chaotic, very volatile for some. People
Okay.
are getting things off of their chest. People need to speak their piece. It could bring confrontations. It could also bring issues with technology. So technology is slow or not working like it usually do. And we have to be careful with traffic too, because it will cause a lot of traffic delays and accidents. So
Ugh.
just be
I
mindful,
have
you
seen
know.
a few accidents
Okay.
lately, and
Uh,
I've had technical issues. I had them just now signing in.
yes.
I've been stressed and not really sleeping the way I normally like to sleep.
Um, and that's that moon energy. It's so intense, like people missing out on sleep because it has us just in our head thinking. Like it
Yeah.
has us like hot wired.
Yeah.
Um,
I get like random headaches and be like, "What is this?" And it's just crazy.
yeah. And then we are also in the shadow of Jupiter going in retrograde on the 11th. And that is about reevaluating expansion and growth and our abundance in general.
Okay.
So in areas where we expand that, we are truly reflecting on that and again laying a proper framework down so that we can step into this new beginning.
Okay.
So just new beginnings all across the board. You know, you got to have chaos and allow things to just crumble so that you can build anew. And this is where we are.
Okay. You want to
Yes.
do a intro and bring in our special guest before we go to break to do like a little introduction? I want to kind
Um.
of I want to read her short bio real quick.
Yes. You go
Okay,
ahead with.
let's do that, and then we'll
Let's do
bring
that.
in Miss Joelle Coachman.
Mm.
Here's the short version. Let me see. Let me test my reading. I have been drinking, so don't judge me. Um, Oracle, psychic, intuitive, Joelle. The Vibebrarian is on a mission to elevate, enlighten, and empower. She's an oracle. Oh no, why didn't I blow this up? Here we go. She's an oracle of the Sophia, Illuminate. I think I said that right. Illumined twin flame, psychic, intuitive, and intergalactic librarian. He provides channeled
I like that.
messages, oracle, and tarot readings, and guidance will assist you in raising your vibration. I like that.
The
Through
Vibebrarian.
expanded awareness from spirit, you are empowered to shift your life in a positive way. All right. Yeah. I'll receive that. Let's bring her in so we can get a quick little chat in before we go to our first break.
Okay.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is our special guest for the week, Miss Joelle Coachman, the Vibebrarian.
The Vibebrarian.
And bam, there she go.
Peace, and hello. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for that introduction and that forecast, okay? Because I was tuned in deeply to that.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I haven't seen Joelle in such a long time. Look at all that pretty hair. That hair is
Her hair is beautiful.
That hair is beautiful. It's just more white and bright. You're like an angel walking around here.
I love it. I receive that. I receive it.
So
you know, your life is in your lock. So I'm hoping that this shows my galactic age. Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely. Shows all of that wisdom. Okay. Yeah.
Now tell us how you been, Joelle. What have you been up to?
I've been up to a lot. I've been very busy. As you know, this is a time of major shift and transformation, and I'm feeling that on every level, but it's good, right? And it's positive, and I'm keeping focused on that narrative and trying to stay undistracted by all the opportunities and stories that I could tap into that aren't as high vibration.
Okay. Good. So yeah, I know you've done some traveling, and Joelle is also a Libra.
Yes. I brought in our birthday season in Bali. I went on a sacred retreat that was all about release. Okay. So I can definitely relate to what you were saying. with needing to let go of things. And of course, I'm still adjusting with the jet lag, trying to get back to Eastern Standard Time.
I bet that was beautiful though. Was that really nice? Did you enjoy yourself?
It was beautiful, but I will tell you, Bali is a noisy country spiritually because everyone has a family deity or ancestor spirit, businesses. So there were altars and offerings just every 3 or 4 feet.
Really?
So the impressions of all that kind of energy of reverence that been manifested for generations of a family. Plus, they say Bali is the land of the gods. They have many, many deities going on. So I found that it was very, very noisy.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting. I kind of felt that a lot when I was in New Orleans.
Yes.
When I went to New Orleans, I literally could not sleep for like 3 days. And it was just the energy. It was after Katrina. It was just so much going on out there. I literally, I couldn't enjoy myself. I think when we got in the car and we were all leaving to head back to Georgia, I was in the back seat, knocked out. And it was because I was being pulled out of that energy tornado. And it was all of that. And I still hadn't quite known myself as being clairvoyant then either. I was still on the verge of the beginning stages. So I totally understand that. And I feel that it's a lot more I want to go to, but let's transition to a quick commercial and we're going to come back, Joelle, Osa, and we'll see you guys very soon.
See you in a minute.
All right.
Peace. Hi, everyone. I'm Osaranga. I am a spiritual healer, a doula, and a psychic reader. I would love to add you on as a client. Learn more about yourself and become enlightened about your past and or your future. With the tarot cards or just your hands, I can tap into who you are, what you've been up to, who you were in past lives, and who are the people that are most loved by you or love you that are no longer here amongst the living. That's what this gift is all about, you and your healing journey, placing your faith, your trust, and your focus on you. You deserve it. Visit me at cousinsinthecosmos.com and check out my list of services. Also, please remember to click the private message if you wish to schedule. I can't wait to work with you. Ashe.
girl Trina Braxton, a proud licensed real estate agent with Howell Luxury Group Realty. Since joining HLG, I've been able to realize that the real estate world is a different place, and HLG is an expert. Allow us to help you make your next home purchase one of the best decisions ever. You'll have your forever home, and HLG will have yet another satisfied client.
Dancing with spirits, bathing in light.
That's my part. They always they always turn it down after that. I want to get up and dance a little bit.
Oh, you still gotta hit that dance up too. We're gonna do it on the
I got it.
finale.
I know. Welcome back, everybody. Cousins in the Cosmos. We are on cousinsinthecosmos.com. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. And we're here today with our special guest, Joelle the Vibebrarian. Yay.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
I'm
Yep.
very
So
excited to be with you.
we got a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Kind of put you on the spot. Let me start with one.
Okay.
Can you kind of share, if you don't mind, the story of how you and I, met and became acquainted, and how we became, I was kind of new to my clairvoyant gift and everything, and so that's how I met you. So let's do wait a minute, what's that? Okay, thank you. So yeah, give me a little background and let everybody know how we came to meet and our spirits connected.
Okay, well, I have to take it back one step to your producer, Antavius. I met Antavius in college. We sang in choir together, and we were very, very close to a dear sister that passed way too early, Kotha. So
Yes.
over the years, we really had a hard time dealing. I personally had a hard time dealing with that grief, and
Yeah.
Antavius knew that. And so when he connected to you, and you all were talking about like your psychic development, he was like, I really need you to meet somebody. I really, really need you to meet somebody. So we went out for Mexican
Oh yes.
one
I
evening.
forgot about that.
Okay. And we're sitting there in the restaurant, and I'd never met you before, but then you started going through like an exercise that you had in class that involved our friend. And while we were sitting there, it was my very first experience with like manifested behind the veil, where Kotha came in through you and you just started talking and channeling for her, and my hair stood up on my arms, and I knew without a doubt that you were really and truly connecting with her, and it just it shifted everything for me in a minute. It's like that Claritin Clear commercial where all of a sudden everything's ripped off, and you're like, wow, it's super, super bright, right? So
Yeah, I
it was
remember.
amazing for me to experience, honestly.
Yeah, that's when we first connected, because and Tavius used to play a lot of, not jokes, but he used to test me a lot. And him, my aunt Wanra, I got a few family members and friends. They would, be sitting somewhere with me and be like, "What do you get about that person right there?" Or "What do you get about this room right here?" Or, let's stop right here in the middle of the road. Tell me what you get in this spot. And I used to be like, "What? What are you doing?" So when initially I hadn't done many readings before, I was still new to doing readings and how to do them. And I remember Tavius took me to a cemetery, and I think that was where Kotha was buried. And most famous words, here it is. When we got there, I was like, I don't feel shit. I'm like, I don't feel nothing. And I couldn't connect to a gravesite or a cemetery. It's just like her spirit was not there. And I said, let me talk to you and see if I can connect to her that way. And that's what it was. I had to say her name. I had to reach out to her, and I felt her energy, her presence literally walk up to the both of us.
Yeah.
And it was almost like, okay, well, I'm listening to her. Tell me what you want me to say. And I would see these images, and I would tell him about the sweater, the outfit. I talked about his friend, her friends, and the people that she connected with. And that's when he was like, okay, I'm gonna connect you with Joelle. So that was before we met at the restaurant. But it's been a journey like since then. I mean, oh God, we've done a bunch of readings and stuff. Yeah.
Well, It was a catalyst for me. Let me just continue because there's a second part. My
Okay.
own exploration started to deepen, and you really were like my first psychic mentor because
Okay.
you would teach me little things when I would have questions. And finally, you're
Aw.
like,
Put
you
my
know
pen
what?
on.
You were like, let me just, pass this knowledge on about, important things like grounding and centering and certain protocols. And then you were like, you know what? You just need to go to psychic development school. Let me refer you to where I went. And so I wound up enrolling in the Viva Institute, which was
Yes.
Lee and Echo Bodine, who's like a grandmother of the modern psychic field.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
have to say the foundations, that was like the best thing for me because learning sound, safe practices and ethical frameworks
Yes.
really was super important. So that was
Yeah.
probably what, I don't know, 10, 12, I don't know how many years ago that was now.
It was
Um,
a long time, stupid
long
long time.
time
I
ago.
can't remember how long. It's been a long, long time.
Yeah.
And I give them credit to this day for shaping me into the person I am. I literally had no idea that taking that class online and being pushed into taking it, because at first I was fighting it for a long time. I want nothing to do with it. And I kept telling myself, this isn't gonna work. This is a gimmick. They just trying to take my money. And I just kept saying, like, I ain't doing that. So I was like, I was hesitant. I was a skeptic. I was a skeptic myself. And Echo, I didn't know. I started watching like different TV shows, and there's this guy who drives around and does medium readings for people
Mhm,
all the time.
mhm.
And he literally called her during one of his episodes,
I caught
and he
that.
said, "This is my mentor." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, that's Echo." And I'm like, "Hold on, Echo is behind a lot of really gifted people, and she's
Absolutely.
very, very powerful. I think she's in what, Minnesota somewhere. She's up north,
I'm
I
not
believe.
sure, but
Yeah.
her reach, first of all, her books, if you do nothing else, go pick up one of her books. And
Mhm.
I have to forward the plug because when I then launched my own show, the Psychic Inside show, as a podcast I ran on Blog Talk Radio, and you were my first
Oh yeah,
interview, and we
yeah.
talked about your book, Clairvoyant. What was it? Clairvoyant, My Journey, My Story.
Clairvoyant, my definition,
My
my
def
story.
Yes.
Yeah,
You were like the first guest I had on, and we talked about your book, and, I was just so excited because there you are again being first and first and first with this journey. So, I can't just thank Spirit enough for connecting the dots through our mutual brother, Antavius, and
yeah,
beyond to be even sitting here today.
yeah. I appreciated that. That was just really wonderful. That whole experience was nice. I mean, from start to finish, and kind of finding myself. And we're talking at least 12, maybe 14 years ago. It's been a long time,
Yes.
very, very long time. Dang, we getting old.
Speak for yourself, sir.
I'm speaking for myself with these aches and pains and pinched nerves and bad knees and everything. I'm speaking for myself for real.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah. But I get it. It's been a journey, but it's been a good journey. I'm not, no complaints either. I got some other questions for you. Let's see. Okay, so tell me about your spiritual gifts and how they developed and how you came into being the Vibrarian.
Okay, so my strongest gift is claircognizance. Now, claircognizance is clear knowing. And I have to say that I think that is one of the harder gifts to realize that you're using. And by that, I mean cognizance, it comes through like awareness of the mind, but it is not from the human self of the mind, it's from the higher mind. So when you're a person who like me, I'm a librarian in my regular life. So my head is filled with all kinds of information. I'm
Okay.
extremely well read, well learned, and all those things. So I used to think that I was bringing in like Jeopardy, like I just knew random facts. But what I had to understand was that what I was guided to say, even though it was from the catalog of things that I knew, was with the hand of spirit.
Okay.
And so that coupled with clairaudience, which is
Okay.
where I hear,
Yep.
sounds and things of that nature, tones even, those two things work very closely together. And over the years, I've just realized that the reason I was really such a good librarian and had the knack for finding the information that was needed for the user population that I was serving was because I was kind of operating out of my spiritual intuition.
Okay.
Say any particular day I might go to research a topic, it would just happen to be the day that that information was out there and I would get it before anyone else. So, uh, it's been again a journey of like beginning to trust myself and not find reasons to discount the guidance that I'm getting. And again, that's what a lot of the the Viva Institute class was. If you see a picture in your mind or if you get a taste. I remember I was doing an exercise with one of the classmates and I kept
Mhm.
saying, like, hearing these words on top of spaghetti, right? And seeing spaghetti and stuff. And then she started laughing and she was like, yeah, that's my friend so and so Capriati. She's Italian, right? So it meant something to her, but it didn't mean anything at all to me. But I had to learn to trust that I was being given the reference, no matter how funky it seemed. Go ahead and say it because the person who it's for will know it, and it's not necessarily for you to have the comprehension. So
Okay.
I'm enjoying, like right now, I'm in my capacity as a librarian in one realm, and then I'm as the vibrarian, which to me is the higher frequency of service. I'm
Okay.
asked to help people who need information to be drawn to me so that I can facilitate the delivery of their package.
Okay. Okay. Good. Glad to hear that. You got any good stories from any readings you've done that you can
Everything
share?
is wild.
That you can share.
No, everything is wild. I mean, I honestly I tend to speak to people who are at a place where their awakening is up leveling. So um, I know we're getting ready for a break real quick, so I'll pause and kind of see if there's one that Spirit wants me to talk about specifically.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. You got one you want to share that you can?
I mean, I
No.
can't say that I have anything specific that's coming to
Okay.
mind. Honestly, it's a constant state because once you're beginning to walk in spirit, everything becomes like a spiritual message. And
Okay.
a lot of what I've been taught is you just say what you need to say and you keep going. And it's not always for me to receive validation that
Okay.
what I've said is meaningful to a person. If I'm
Okay.
blessed, then I do get to have, the insights and things of that. But if not, I just trust that I said what was needed to be said in that moment to elevate and enlighten and empower.
Also, you got any
Gotcha.
questions?
Um, Not at the moment. So retrograde is really retrograde for me over here. So my computer went out. I don't know what I missed.
It's
So I don't know
okay.
where to come in at,
Oh,
honestly.
so I was yeah, I was asking some questions to Joelle, and we were talking about how we connected, and she took the same class that I took. Oh God, help me out, old man brain. The name of the school,
Viva is,
Viva,
yeah,
Okay.
Viva,
Vivian,
Viva, yeah.
Viva Institute, and we were talking about that, and so I was asking, like, tell me about your journey. Um, any good stories from any readings you had? How did you connect with your gifts, and when did you know you had a gift? And
Uh-huh.
so she was explaining that the class really helped her a lot. Um, and the class was like one of the things that kind of opened her up and taught her gifts and how to use them. Yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess I
yeah.
do got a question then.
Okay.
Joelle, do you use any tools,
Oh,
any divination tools? And if so,
oh,
what are they?
I'm so glad you asked. I was hoping you would, of course. So, as
Yes.
any good librarian has reference tools that they pull from behind them, you can get a little piece of my deck, but I am
Oh,
a card reader. Okay, so cartomancy, whatever you want to call it. I read tarot, I read oracle, and it is really the medium through which I understand the messages that spirit is trying to deliver through me. And I
Oh,
tell
so
people
y'all got
all
a
the
yes.
connection.
yeah, I tell people all the time that, we're often getting the messages, but our interpretation is like playing charades with spirits. They're like two
It
words, sounds
is.
like, that
Yes.
kind of
Oh, I
That's
love how
true.
you
pantomime.
explain that.
But cards
That's
help
true. That's really
bring
good.
in like specific triggers. So when I see the images, I may understand like the numerology, the symbology, the elemental frequency, the archetype, the story, and then what flows through me and what triggers for the person is uniquely individualized. So every time I
Yes.
do a reading, I ask spirit, which deck should I take? Like, which deck should I take to
Yeah.
shop for the day?
Oh,
Which decks am
okay.
I
I do the
needing to
same.
use for this person? And then I go through
Yes.
and pull 5 or 6 decks, and boom, there I am. And it's the right deck with the right picture. And it's just amazing because when I do the readings, I can use 5 different decks, and the repeating pattern and the synchronicities that show up in the final
Wow.
picture are like
Okay.
mind blowing.
Uh-huh.
So
Yes.
I love
I'm
that.
so
Interesting.
happy. I'm so happy that you use, a good 5 decks because I use a lot of decks too. I let spirit guide me. Usually it'll give me a confirmation in every single deck, just worded or shown differently. But other readers I know, they just do one deck. So they look at me like, oh, you do all these decks? You carry these decks with you? I let spirit choose. This ain't got nothing to do with me. So I love
Absolutely.
to see that I have a reflection out here that does the same exact thing that I do.
Well, absolutely. And we were
So shout
talking
out
in
to
the back, and I was like, do you have the Faces of Oshun deck? Because all I saw was a face of Oshun when I started
you.
seeing your energy. And that was like spirit
I'm gonna
saying,
get it.
give that recommendation to
I
her.
so appreciate it. I can't wait to tap into it too. I'm gonna let you know all about it.
Well, it's interesting because I pulled this particular deck. People get intimidated because tarot, there's a lot of teaching about cards and tarot. And so, like, breaking through those religious and fear mongering, like people say, oh, if I get the death card, I'm
Mhm.
going to die, that kind of thing has
Yes.
put people off. And also
Yeah.
because tarot is a system that you really need to understand what it is to use it to its fullest. You can still use tarot without knowing that. And so I want to
Mhm.
encourage people that I think everyone should have a deck. Now, I have more oracle decks than I do tarot decks because tarot tells us it's the same 78 cards, it's the same story, but the card art is going to be specific to that creator. So you could get
Yes.
R&B tarot, cat tarot, like any kind of tarot theme that you want is out there now from people who are creating versions of the archetype. But oracle
Mhm.
cards stand on their own. It's a system that
It
that
does.
one creator has made. It's going to have a guidebook with it. And you can check
Mhm.
the guidebooks for all of it and trust your own intuition. And
Okay.
that's
Yes.
what I tell people, like, just start drawing cards, a card for yourself a day, a card when you
Mhm.
have a question, and you can look up the interpretation. That's your training wheels, right? And then you
Okay.
start going, and if you watch enough readers on YouTube, you'll understand about what it means when you 8 a cup, sit and walk away from a situation.
Okay.
Right
So
now?
I'm learning that. I'm learning a lot. So,
Yeah.
what are the type of things that you're doing these days? Are you doing any conventions, any classes, any uh convention type of things like the last time I saw you?
I have not gone to any expos. I do participate in the Peace of Mind Expo. We're kind of waiting to see when the next one of that will be. It's up in Gwinnett. But I read every month for in person at Holistic Health and Wellness, which is a metaphysical shop located up in Marietta, Georgia.
Okay.
And I take
Mm.
in person appointments, walk in or pre book. You can call the shop for that. And on Sundays on that weekend, I do my live stream in the cards with the Vibebrarian from the
Okay.
shop. So anybody who's in the audience, we do a collective read. I do personal reads. I talk card talk and things of that nature. And I'm
Nice.
also working right now to co-facilitate a conscious work called family constellation mapping. And it's a
Oh,
deeply healing way that we can approach resolving the connections from our family and through our ancestors. So when you talk about cousins in the cosmos and you have your stars there in the constellation and
mm-hmm.
looking at how long back you and I connected and through Antavius and our sister Kotha,
Yeah.
all those pieces of connection can be revealed through this work. And it's a way for us to really resolve how we deal with family challenges, such as
Okay.
estrangements, people who don't talk about
Yes.
things, childhood issues that are squashed, and things of that nature. So, our next workshop is going to be down in Jonesboro at a beautiful shop called Chokabid, which is
Okay.
a lovely metaphysical shop. The sister who owns it is beautiful. And we're going to be there for a full day doing this family mapping workshop with about 10 to 12 participants. So
Yeah. I
that's
think I
taking up
mentioned.
most of
That
my
sounds
time.
very healing. Very
I
healing.
like that. The last time I went to, it was an expo that Joelle I think was hosting.
Yes.
It was in East Point. I met a guy. I gotta get you to reintroduce me to him. You said he was from Detroit and he was a medium, and he also did past life situations and stuff. And I remember him saying he was from Detroit too, brown skinned guy. I can't remember his name, but
I'll
he
have
was
to.
really good. And he's the one that told me that a lot of people were saying I was a Shaolin monk and sometimes, but he told me that I was a sage from Africa and that it was a
Mhm.
different whole meaning behind it. And that's the first time I spoke with somebody about past life stuff and it resonated with me. And I was like, we need to find more like-minded people like us and kind of connect with them. I think his name was Michael.
I'll have to refresh that
Yeah.
connection. I think my
Yeah.
last elevation station was back before the pandemic in
Yeah.
2020. And
2020.
I wound up interviewing over 50 people in my
Wow.
podcast for the Psychic Inside before it kind of wrapped. So the number of stories and wonderful people who have walked into their gifts,
Yeah.
it's just a beautiful network. So as soon as you say something, it activates that Akashic connection for me. So give me a little bit and it'll percolate back around so I
Mm-hmm.
can connect you forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got any other questions, Osa?
Um, let me see. I know I did. Okay, so I asked about the tools.
That was a really good one. Yeah.
Well, do you have any information that you would like to share or discuss
Well, let me
that's
just
on your
say,
heart?
yeah, so you were talking about the forecast. One thing we need to be
Mhm.
aware of is that Comet, quote unquote, 3-eye Atlas, right? The third interplanetary object to ever come into our awareness is huge. It is bringing all kinds of attention that is kind of, depending on what you're tuned into, you may not be catching it. But we have this object that is not following the scientific rules that we come to understand things. It's not behaving like a comet, it's not behaving like a star, and it has different chemical compounds in it than what we're expecting. So, as this object has gotten near our sun, we have to understand that that change in chemical, nothing exists in a vacuum. It's the butterfly effect, right? So,
Okay.
as those particles begin to stream forward to us from our solar body, solar, both ways, right? Body,
So,
it
yes,
is going
yes,
to be shifting us into forms and responses that we may not be detecting on a mental level, but cellularly, it is
yes,
happening. So, the more we
yes.
can
Okay.
release the idea about old forms and structures, the easier it's going to be. And the more we can
Mhm.
turn into like the positivity of shit just really got to change, right? And then not
time.
be buying into a fear thing that's like, oh, the aliens are coming to subjugate us and we're doing this and all that. We don't know what it's going to be, but we can shift the frequency of our shared collective experience by focusing our fractal on the positive and
Let
receiving
me
whatever came all these millions of miles to interact with us at this particular time.
let me ask you a
Yes.
controversial question. I think I know the answer already for both of y'all. Okay, how do you feel about the aliens?
The
Or
aliens is a big
the
word.
alien?
Like, what do you mean?
I
Me
mean, what do you want to know
personally,
about us? Sorry.
I feel like the aliens are already here, and it's just the government is not sharing that information with anyone. I
Oh,
think they've
they
been
been
here.
here.
I think they live
Yeah.
amongst us. They just don't want to be known. I feel like you probably walk past somebody in passing and don't even realize. You know how they talk about the grays, they talk about the shapeshifters, they talk about the birds, they talk about the this and that, the different types of aliens. And I
Mhm.
feel like, there's a reason why none of the countries want anyone going to the top of the planet. They don't want no one in the Arctic Circle. No one is allowed. No one can fly over. No one can take pictures. No satellites could go over it. It's stuff like that. I feel like that technology and some of the stuff that we've learned and developed, I think the aliens have already been here. And I think some of the gifts that people
Yeah.
have come from aliens too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Did
I
I
you
don't want
say
to say
experienced that
young
with
or
inbreeding.
did you
I
COVID.
don't want to say inbreeding, but you never know.
Well, when COVID first came about,
Experimentation.
well, I don't know if you remember, I had that connection back in your backyard when I was sitting in your hot tub. I had
Mm-hmm.
just came back from Sedona, so I had me and a group of women I was at a retreat with. We all saw these lights in the sky, and it was following us and playing around with each other. And y'all see that, right? And
Right.
yeah, I had my connection, and then I was able to start channeling them through my readings. So every person that came in with me during that time during COVID was connected with a celestial being, and these celestial beings were sending light codes awakening them. So they were having instant awakenings and portals. But it is time to go to breaks. I know, we're being rushed a little bit. But right after
Oh
break, we're
yeah.
going to get into our live readings. So buckle up.
Yeah.
Again,
And
Joelle,
please stick
thank you for
around.
joining us.
Yeah,
It
stick
Okay.
was such a
around,
pleasure.
Joelle.
We're
Yeah.
the aliens we've been waiting for. Okay. Come from
Yes,
the
we
inside
Stop
are the
out.
waiting for
aliens.
us. I
Yeah, so
feel okay.
coming up, everybody, we're gonna do some live Hey Cousin readings. We got 2 guests waiting to join us. Joelle, please stick around. We're gonna need some assistance and some blessings from you as well. And everybody, will be right back. That's cousinsinthecosmos.com for all things staying in touch with us. Get on our mailing list and get ready for the season finale next week, y'all. We'll be right back.
Real estate by day, dreams by the moon.
Hi guys, this is your girl Trina Braxton, a proud licensed real estate agent with Howell Luxury Group Realty. Since joining HLG, I've been able to realize that the real estate world is a different place, and HLG is an expert. Allow us to help you make your next home purchase one of the best decisions ever. You'll have your forever home, and HLG will have yet another satisfied client.
Lights, camera, action. Ready for a chain reaction in the city of dreams. Oh, where the peach tree gleams. Something big is coming. Hear that
right then. Welcome back, everybody. Cousins in the Cosmos, cousinsinthecosmos.com. I'm Marcus. That's Osa. And this is Joelle the Vibebrarian. We're going to finish up. A quick thing I want to bring in real quick. Y'all got some beautiful smiles. Just looking at y'all. I don't know, pinch y'all little cheeks.
Yeah. It's a vibe.
It's a
It's the
vibe.
vibe for sure.
It's a vibrarian.
I think it's the theme music. It's like got that little high
That
vibe.
music is
Yeah,
a bop
music is
I
now.
want to be a
vibe.
cousin.
Our music is a bop now.
You are a cousin.
Yeah, that TWF like made you a cousin for real.
Yes.
So cousin Joelle, one last question before we go into our live readings for the first time this season. How does work impact your gift and stuff like that? See, I'm in real estate. I'm showing houses. I showed a house today, and literally when I walked through the door, I'm like, okay, yeah, good energy. I made sure before I walked in there that it wasn't nothing creepy going on. Like sometimes I can feel if somebody died in the house, stuff like that. And of course, I don't mention that to my clients unless they ask me, because legally I have to say something in. But when it comes to work and our gifts, like how have you, I want to ask you the same question, Osa. How does work affect your gift and, dealing with the everyday people? You go ahead, Joelle.
No. So I'm a law librarian. And so when I am placed in firms, I know that I am there just for a spiritual purpose at this point. Like, so I can be working with the mundane things and answering questions, but I know there's going to be some key question that I am asked that only I will be able to answer. And it's because of my frequency and my intention, which is that my superpowers be used for good. Right. So I was
Okay.
using my superpowers for all kind of law. And even though it was legal, it didn't resonate with my spirit and it made me soul sick. So I reframed, stepped away, went to Mexico. I thought I was moving there. When I came back, I had to change. And so my ask to spirit was let me contribute my awesome skills to people who are doing something good and who I have no ethical qualms with. So since that time, I vibrated myself to the perfect match and the place. And it could be a person who's just awakened that I talk with in the break room, or it could be a research question that I answer. But now it's like I don't necessarily have a partition. I'm not throwing tarot cards at work, right? Not in that job. But I do know that I'm still a vibrational channel for the information that needs to be delivered and that I have the capacity and frequency to do so.
Very good answer. I love that. You, Osa?
I'm sure I love that too. So for myself, I'm a spiritualist and I'm also a doula. So as a doula, I utilize my intuitive gifts and guidance through my tarot and oracle cards to help assist me with my clients, to help my client through their healing, through their womb space or whatever emotional needs that's being met or need to be met in that moment. Um, and then I'm also doing this full time. So I literally serve at the gates, whether it's through birth or through transitioning into your spiritual awakening. So I'm
Okay.
literally the person who walks and holds your hand as you walk through the threshold of your new beginning. And
I
I'm here
like
to
that
serve.
too.
I am here.
Oh.
My North Node is here to serve. Yes.
That's what the kids
That
do.
is who I am.
Wait
Okay.
a minute. So it is that finger. Is that finger,
I
not
mean,
the
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not a
oh
kid. I just know they do
Yep,
something.
I like
yeah,
this one.
it's something with the nail. I've
I
seen
don't
it,
know.
yeah. I got some coworkers that love
It
doing that.
just
It's
fit in
funny.
that was the vibe in that moment. So yes, thank you for sharing that.
Okay, Osa. Here we
Yes.
go. This
Yo, it's hey cuz time. Marcus and those about to blow your mind. Questions flying, messages landing. Deceased loved ones got the answers you're demanding.
Here
is
we
Hey Cuz,
go.
the live version. Why don't you introduce
The
our
loud
guests and we'll bring
edition.
them right on in.
All right. So we have Empress Deanne joining us today. And we
Empress,
also have
yeah.
Mama Tyrion. And they
Okay.
both are, good friends of mine. They have both agreed to do their readings live with us. So we're going to tap in, both me and Marcus and Joelle, if you would love to. It's completely up to you. And just give
Cool.
a quick little sample. of what we do and how we do it so that the world can see. All right. So
I'm
yes,
just kidding.
go ahead and get your little sip. It's time to tap in, and now we can welcome in our guest. So let's
Yes,
welcome
let's welcome him
Deanne and
in.
Tyrion.
Here we go. And Mama,
Yes.
Tyrion.
So beautiful lights too that I must add. Big,
Right.
beautiful lights. Yes. So Marcus, would you like to start with? Are you feeling called to one of them first?
I'm gonna go with the flow. I mean, I want to say first, nice to meet you both. Do me a favor, Mama Tyrion, just come a little bit closer to the camera, just a little bit closer. There you go. Okay. Yeah, we got the big. Now we see the whole face. He's like kind of hiding in the background. But yeah. So
Welcome to
first,
Cousins in the Cosmos, ladies.
welcome number
First and
one.
foremost,
First
thank y'all
guest
for
for live
joining
reading.
us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll make sure I say your names right because I tune in through names. So is it Deanne?
Yes.
Okay, and Tyrion, Mama Tyrion. Am I
Tyrion.
saying that right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Or is it Tyrion? Tyrion.
Tyrion, like
See, I was gonna say Tyrion.
mm-hmm. You had it.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Nice to meet you both. And you guys don't know, this is Joelle the Vibebrarian. She's a good friend of mine, and we've been locked down we've been cool for almost what I'm just gonna say 15 years because I don't remember.
That's safe.
At least 12 to 15, somewhere in there. So we've been locked down real cool. Um, so what I want you both to do is kind of let's start with like 3 questions in your head that you want to discuss. If it's a person that you want me to tune into, just give me the person's name. I just want the name that they go by, or the name that got the energy attached to it. So if it's a nickname, everybody know them by Pookie, but their government name is Dwayne, I want Pookie. Then that's the name if that's a person. And then otherwise, the question can be very specific. And so you both can work on that. And whichever one is ready to go first, I'm kind of feeling like Mama Terry is ready. She like got that gun she holding that gun at the trigger.
So I do have at least
All right,
one.
you can start.
Okay. So I have
Okay.
the first question that I can start with. It's a little bit tricky now because I forgot what you said about names, and this person happens to be known in my family as Nameless Grandmother. But anytime somebody says Nameless Grandmother,
That's the name it go
we
by.
know we know who we're talking about, and we know the story that's attached to her. So would that be okay?
That's fine. That to me works better than the government name. As soon as you said that, I almost got and you guys can chime in too, but I almost saw like a bullseye. It felt like a target designation. Like it's almost like saying that nameless grandmother. It is almost like it gives everyone that knows her uh um a clear visual. So I'm trying to get the visual, but I'm tuning in through that name. Now, is this woman still with us or transitioned?
She is transitioned. Can I give some information or no?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so this is a grandmother who is known as Nameless Grandmother because her son Simon lost her when she was on a trail traveling from one plantation to another one. And so she's always been known by that name.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Now I don't know what this has to do with her, but I saw the word Alabama in the top of my head. And it was something about south to somewhere else. There's a distance separation. and I don't know what that means. I saw separation, I saw Alabama, and I keep seeing like this person standing in the distance. It's almost like her spirit is around, but she's very cautious and she doesn't just open up to every.
Mm,
Does that resonate?
I could see that. And she's, of course, very mysterious. Her son always
Okay.
wondered if she could, see what's going on and what happened with the family and how they grew. So it's been many generations.
Okay. Yes, definitely that. I definitely see the past. I see like hot weather, bare feet, um,
Mm.
kind of like almost I feel like I got the urge to hide. And if I don't hide, then I'm not going to be safe. I'm going to be in a lot of danger. Does that I saw that got something with you too, Joelle?
Yes, because in this particular guidance, this is a card of somebody who's very secretive, right? They keep all their treasures in a safe,
Mm-hmm.
locked away, and is somewhat distrustful of the outside world.
Oh.
I'm getting that there were some energies around the protective energy of having to fend off outside concerns. And so that energy, needing to be communicated about her, that, that was her circumstance. But I also get that there was some unfinished business energy that was not, that she set out maybe in terms of plans and ideas and creations into the family that
Mm,
just didn't get resolved to the fullest of what she would have hoped.
definitely. Also, what'd you get?
And I had two cards that came out. I had the Ten of Swords. So a similar message to Joelle. The Ten of Swords is like this energy of like feeling defeated.
Mm,
A lot of mental thoughts like confusion, frustration. But then it came right behind with the strength. So I felt like even in the midst of this, she fought her way through it. So it does show like a battle. It shows her tapping into her strength though. So whatever path it is that she went on, it's like she faced challenges. She was in her head, but it's like this inner fortitude, this trust, the strength that came about with her.
and I saw the word lineage come across my head, and like lineage, like she's connecting to, she has a spiritual connection with someone around you right now. It's someone I'm trying to see, is it you directly? I feel like it's through you. Like you have a daughter?
I do. I do.
Okay. I feel like your daughter is the gifted one. Not that you're not, but your daughter has
Oh, she is.
a lot of gifts that she's kind of,
Mhm.
yeah, she's like
Very special.
okay, so I'm getting that. Dang, I got this heat coming across the top of my head. And I feel flustered. Um Ooh, that's weird.
Wait,
That's a weird feeling. I hadn't felt that in a long time. So your daughter is either extremely powerful and don't know it yet, but your nameless grandmother is really connected to her. She even comes around her. They communicate, they talk, they know each other. I think if you show her a picture, if you have one, or ask her to describe her, she would describe her to a T.
could she be her? Are
Um,
you getting that it could be
sorry.
her?
Oh, like
Override.
reincarnation? I don't,
Interesting, because even with the
let me,
card I have, I just pulled amethyst. Amethyst is all about that connection to our spirit realm and communication.
okay.
This came up to
Ooh,
clarify what he was just saying. And this card says revealing your true self. So there is some type
y'all
of
see these
truth about her
goosebumps?
that is to be revealed.
I got
And she
goosebumps
may
real
just
bad.
be that reincarnation
Yeah,
Okay.
because
because
it's the
this
communication and the
Page of Swords is a youthful energy, right? And then this one is definitely a female communicator, right? So that's what came through. It's like, okay, maybe this her, she's back.
Yeah,
so she
okay.
may not be nameless no more. Her name may be can I say baby girl's name? Her name may be
Might be
Maji.
her. Agreed. Wow.
That may be
Man,
Maji.
that's a strong, powerful woman.
You know,
And if your daughter is a pinch of some of that energy, she is a force.
She walked
Ashe.
that trail. She was pregnant actually at the time, and she wasn't able to go any further. And so her son was forced, little boy, was forced to continue on the trail, no, leaving his mother in the background. So that haunted him.
Oh, wow.
And it has been
Okay. I
actually.
wonder if that has I say I wonder if that has something to do with why I feel this heat across my head and forehead and I'm getting goosebumps. But it's almost like I want to wipe my face off. Like I don't know, I hope that's not like warm blood, but it feels like there's something going on with my head, my forehead, and I'm still angry and resilient. I'm fighting through this, but
At that.
it's a struggle, but
Mhm.
yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Wild energy. That's
That's
right.
so weird because I've never used cards, but these cards are making so much
And
sense
as
with
you were
what I'm
talking
saying.
about that birth story, I drew the card and it's labor, which is like haha funny, but also not, but like work effort. And then we have prophecy. So maybe your daughter is embodying, the gift of
Yeah,
being able to foretell, and she's receiving it through, the bloodline and inheritance as
I
well.
gotta shake that off. That's strong. She is. Ooh.
Ashe.
This deck is
Let's
the
go.
beloved, just funny what it wasn't the beloved dead deck,
Oh,
right? So
that's very nice. Thank you for sharing.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Deanne. I thought you thought you was gonna sit over there and smile in the corner. You got a question for me?
I have a name.
Okay,
My mother's name, Darlene Ann Moses.
Darlene and Moses, two different people.
Nope, that's her full name, Darlene
Darlene
Ann.
Moses. Oh, okay. I just need the first name. That's good. Darlene. Ooh, no longer with us.
No longer with us.
Okay. Ooh, what's with these strong women? Jesus Christ. Darlene. Um, dang, I'm getting goosebumps again. This is crazy. I'm scared of y'all. Y'all two gonna have to like
Come
look.
on. We got some powerhouses over here. Okay.
Well, it's funny you said Jesus Christ. I guess the return of the Christed energy, right? Which is the wholly connected to the emotional and electric magnetic template, right? So
Yeah,
we're here where the women energy is rising, is coming forth when the
it
ancestors
really
is
is.
expressing through all of
Ancestors.
us. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Darlene is a very powerful ancestor. Even though I feel like she hasn't been gone that long. It wasn't
Year,
a year,
10 years.
10 years. Okay. Yeah, this isn't like 20, 30 years ago. This is like she was young in my mind and my energy, my spirit, but she had an old soul. So it's like her smile could tell a whole story, but she didn't have to say much. She could give you a look and kind of communicate that way. She didn't like long, drawn out conversations. She was more quick to the point. No nonsense. We don't have to waste time. And I feel like her personality was very, very strong, but not outspoken. She wasn't the loud person in the room. She was the observant one who would sit back and watch everybody, listen to everything. She was the one who was, you know, usually 2 or 3 sentences ahead of everyone in the conversation.
It- what
And she
I'm getting
she
here
said
is
she said you got that same gift.
Yeah, I'm very observant and
Mhm. Go ahead.
she brings in an energy of like never really truly seeing herself as the star that she was and achieving a level of independence where she was like able to walk on her own material gain and her to the degree of feeling free enough to like really do things. And this particular deck is interesting because it's like a starlet who is like seen for her shine, her beauty. It's like what's her name? Susan Lucci, who never got the Academy Award after like being nominated 100 times and never
Yeah.
got it. It's like she didn't get the value of what she really had. But this is also the card of like the judgment may have been skewed because she undervalued her true strength. And maybe she didn't have enough space for herself, as most of the women in generations ahead behind us didn't necessarily have the ability to stand really fully in their feminine power without being challenged. And so that could have led us to feel slightly less self-esteem. And that could have played out then and through dynamics in her lifetime where her hope for you is to like truly like recognize your star power, right? And to like really manifest all of that in the external world in a tangible and real way that she never got to have.
Mm. Well, can I tell a quick little
And
story?
okay.
Okay, go.
So I was adopted, so I wasn't necessarily a part of her life like that until like the end. Like she was kind of in and out. But everything you're saying is just like, even though she wasn't in my life per se, I am her.
Ashe. And I want to share quickly what I have while it's still here. So the underlying energy I have is transformation, which is about
Okay.
transitioning. So it is showing that she has transitioned. And in that space, because of her transitioning, it has opened up the energy of Six of Pentacles. This talks about generosity, but it's all about give and take. So I'm truly hearing that she wants to develop a deeper connection with you on the other side, and she needs your effort to put into it to help mend this relationship and do the proper healing so that she can show up for you the way that she wanted to when she was here. And then I've got the Queen of Wands as the ending of it, which is about determination. So that's about fully embodying that fire, stepping forward, putting the action towards it, and just being determined to this path of developing this connection and becoming all that you know that you can be, but also what she wants you to be.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay, hold on. This is before this train take off, because this train is taking off. I'm sorry. But we're gonna take a quick break and come back so we can have more time. I don't want to like cut this short, but let's take a real quick break and we'll come back and finish this up. Okay. All right,
All
you
right.
guys stay right there. We'll be right back. cousinsinthecosmos.com. Thank you.
Peace, peace. Hi, everyone. I'm Osaranga. I am a spiritual healer, a doula, and a psychic reader. I would love to add you on as a client. Learn more about yourself and become enlightened about your past and or your future. With the tarot cards or just your hands, I can tap into who you are, what you've been up to, who you were in past lives, and who are the people that are most loved by you or love you that are no longer here amongst the living. That's what this gift is all about, you and your healing journey, placing your faith, your trust, and your focus on you. You deserve it. Visit me at cousinsinthecosmos.com and check out my list of services. Also, please remember to click the private message if you wish to schedule. I can't wait to work with you. Ashe.
Yes.
Woo-wee. Welcome back, everybody. Cousins in the Cosmos. This is Osa, Marcus, Joelle, our special guest, Deanne, and Mama Tyrion. I said it right. And special guest Joelle as well. But you know, you'll see the cousins, Marcus and Osa, every Friday. But next week is going to be our season finale. And we're going to do some more live readings. And we also got another special guest in mind. We'll tell you about that later. But I want to
Yeah.
get back to you,
Hold
Miss
that.
Deanne. Miss Deanne, let's get back to you. So, okay, you said you were adopted and you met her later on in life. Did you spend some time with her before she transitioned?
Yeah, her last days. Yeah.
Okay. Um, okay, I feel like she's kind of here with us in spirit, and whenever you kind of see me look or listen this way is because I feel like she's standing right behind me. Um, and she's talking to me. She puts her hands on his shoulder. She's very touchy feely. She talks with her hands, um, which is a good thing. That shows she has good intentions, good energy. But I gotta say what I get. Otherwise, I feel like I lose the blessing of the gift. But she said that someone has an issue with her transition and how she left us. Can you tell me what
Mm.
that means?
Hmm. Oh, I mean, it can mean a lot of things. I honestly think out
It's a
of
person in particular. You know what I'm talking about?
probably my brother,
Bro, okay, what's his
Yeah,
first
I
name?
felt that too.
Antoine.
Antoine. Oh, okay. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Antoine.
Yep.
Antoine. Oh
What you feel,
man.
cuz?
Like my bones is rattling. Um,
Mm.
energy through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust his face because what he's shows you and what's really going on internally are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, it's like I worry about him. I worry about him.
Mm-hmm.
And he gives me goosebumps too.
Mm.
That's crazy. Okay, tell me a little bit about that. What does that mean for you?
Oof. Um, he needs to heal,
Okay. I can
and
tell that.
he kind of refuses to not see himself as the problem. It's everybody else's fault.
Okay. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. If I ever get on a subject, same thing, Mama Terry. If I get on a subject that y'all want to talk about it, just tell me to move past it. But I'm just passing it along as I see it and as I feel it. You know?
I think this is divine timing.
It's
'Cause
Okay.
fresh, so that's why it's
yeah,
highlighted. It's real fresh.
Okay.
yeah,
So I'm not in control of what I feel, what I see. I just kind of share the story because I feel like if I don't, then I'm
feel
kind of
what you feel and say what you gotta say.
yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
definitely sharp with words.
Mm-hmm.
Five of Swords, dealing with communication, a battle. So yeah, like that tongue is a sword.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I'll tell you that it's interesting because adoption is like the connection, right? So I'm adopted as well. I do not know
Mm-hmm.
my biological parents, and Marcus actually was one of the confirmations for me. I had gotten guidance that she was beyond the veil, and I was seeking validation of that because that's something kind of shocking that you hear. And immediately it was validated through his reading. So, like, you've connected with the right person. And
Mm-hmm.
um, one of the things that I want to say is that we receive the inheritances of both our biological and the adopted family environment. They're working in conjunction. So
Mm-hmm.
consider where your brother may actually be manifesting things that are not his fault, right?
Mm.
They're through the 747 fact, like epigenetic pattern that could be unknown to you, but he is presenting it. And it could be great granddad, grandma, 4 or 5 generations back that
Yes.
is here presenting as him in this now so that everyone can kind of move forward. And I got the card of hardship, struggle
Mm-hmm.
and strife, and you see here she's holding her heart, like her head in her heart. There's like this pain and also the struggle of head over heart, which wins. And this other card that I got was the act of love, which is as if. What if I forgave myself? And what if I said sorry? And what if yes was the right answer instead of no? What if what made me do all those things was also what had got me here? So those
Gotcha.
questions and seeing with
Wow.
compassion potentially him so that the family can bring healing and reconciliation even through her from beyond the veil. And also, you
Gotcha.
mentioned the Six of Pentacles in this particular deck I chose. It is
Yes,
like
there
the
you go.
hand, the hand of the dead, giving down into the living. Like, so bringing down
I love that.
manifestations into your openness for
Mm.
both of you and for your bloodline going forward. So I love how this card shows a different image than what we would typically see. You know, it really does speak about ancestor inheritance downwards.
What are you about to say, Osa?
Ashe. So I'm feeling just the flow coming off of you to her, Joelle, to this card I just pulled, but truly calling on your ancestors to help heal him in his darkness, to work with him to help him ease his mind, to find peace of mind, to release and heal his heart. And with doing so, we have the wheel of fortune. So the wheel will continue to turn. It will be dark at first before it touches the light, but he has to go through the cycle. So I do see the wheel turning, but I also see you tapping into your power and calling on your ancestors to come in and intercede for his behalf and with him. Okay.
Okay, I feel
And
that.
just watch things shift.
Now, Deanne, you want to know my version of what they both just said?
Mm-hmm. Hold up, hold up.
Hold on. Oh, cause y'all wearing me out tonight. Mama Tyrion, you got another question for us? I don't wanna waste too much time because I know we gotta get out of here in a few, but I want to get at least another question from both you guys.
Yes, Ayoka, does
Or
she
did you have another person?
I do. Ayoka,
Yes.
does she need anything?
Does she need anything? I saw the word space. I saw the word guidance. And okay, is she like okay? Is this my spirit animal? Because I'm seeing food, and I'm team greedy. I love to eat, so it's like that's like my communication. That's my comfort is cooking, eating, stuff like that. Is she like talking about different things she want to try or something that's something to do with food?
That's interesting.
Um,
I was thinking about she needs a new altar, and she stayed for 3
okay.
days, and I thought, well, what kind of food am I going to put on her altar? She never ate food,
Wow.
Something sweet,
Interesting.
sugar.
but I realized at this
So
point she's more than a baby now. So sugar,
Okay. How old is she?
she made it
she,
to
she
3 days. So she never had food.
Okay.
She never had
Okay.
food. So this morning I was asking myself and her, like, okay, what needs to go on her altar now? Because, she never ate. I can't
Oh,
put
so it's
liquor
definitely
on her altar. So
Mm.
okay. Now, is there anybody else other than me seeing like those green grapes? Um, I keep seeing those green grapes, but they're like sliced, and it's almost like the sweet and savory are the things that I'm thinking. I don't know what that translates to when it comes to an altar, but I'm seeing a sweet savory combination.
I heard fruit, so I will double you with the grapes.
Okay. Mm.
we cut grapes in
A
half for little
candle.
babies.
You have a
Ashe.
Oh,
uh,
okay. I didn't know that.
do you have a candle for her on your altar with
Um,
her?
either a plain white candle or a gold candle.
I'm feeling plain white. I'm feeling plain white. I don't think she needs anything. An altar would be nice, but I feel like she's strong. She's surviving. She's growing. Um, I don't see a baby. I see a young woman.
Yeah.
I don't know the time distance or the difference, but I see a strong young woman that is kind of like growing into her own power. I know that time is different on the other side than it is here. Um, I lost a nephew that only lived 21 days, but when I saw him in my mind, he was like 11,
I heard
12,
you
you
say
know, and
that.
it had only been, yeah, it's only like it had only been like a couple of weeks, a few weeks,
Uh,
but I didn't see him as a baby. I saw him growing like way faster on the other side.
I just
So
op I just opened
Yeah.
this deck because I was guided to touch it, and this is the card that came up.
a white candle,
I
I
yes.
am
am grateful for my
grateful
life.
for my life.
Ashe.
Right?
And that
Right? So the sorrow part, like, it's not a you know what I'm saying? It's like even however many days, like, that is the intention of that soul to blessing that time. There is no pain, suffering, or loss. She came to activate whatever was activating the frequency, and the goal of the soul is for it not to be any sorrow or grief.
Mhm.
Reverencing is to be like in the "you illuminated me." Right, so that was interesting that I was asking about the candle because that's beautiful.
Now I gotta ask one more question. Well, it's not a question, it's more of a statement. So, Mama Tyrion, you have this patriotic spirit and energy about you. Even though I feel like there are other family members in the picture, no one respects other people's opinions like they respect yours.
Mhm.
And you wear this brave face. You normally never show your emotions or your feelings, um, especially to strangers. So I feel like that inner glow is there. A lot of people don't see it, but it's there and it's strong. So keep that strength that you have, and basically, thank God. I mean, I see you grounding. I don't know if you walk on grass barefoot like I do. I feel like you have a good grounding technique, but stay grounded and keep that inner strength because you have it really strong. I see you as a patriarch, even though you might not be applying for the job, you got the job.
and it's nice and beautiful that you tapped in on that with her because I don't know what my cards were pertaining to as I pulled it. But I received in my angels and ancestors deck the trader. So exchange energy to create abundance. And then the snake, shed old skin. So this is obviously highlighting you and you shedding skin and walking in this new energy of just sharing abundance, but being in service, exchanging energy with others, like you being that representative and that person who carries that vibration outward. And for that, you will continue to attract that abundance.
Mhm.
All
So,
right.
And also what you're doing with the sacred space. I love cards. You know, you're saying being intentional and how you're bringing physical things together to put it in a spiritual light is more powerful than what you realize. Mhm.
Oh man.
Ashe.
Okay. I hate to be the bad guy, but we're running on a hard break. We got to cut off. But you two ladies have become official cousins, and y'all are gonna be friends of ours. I need your information so we could talk outside of the show. And I'm definitely my next trip. You both in Detroit?
Yep.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So my next trip home, I want to meet both y'all in person.
Absolutely.
And I mean, guys, everybody, thank you. I think this has been an amazing episode. Joelle, we got to say thank you so much. How can people get in touch with you?
Oh, yeah. Check me out at thevibrarian.com is my website.
Okay.
And you can email me at thevibrarian@gmail. You can come up and see me in Marietta. And I actually kind of go up to Detroit. I've been up there a little bit.
Oh,
What
cool.
up, though? I can't believe we
What
got
up,
some
though?
Detroit people, and we didn't even say that
Yes.
once. Now I know about that, right? So,
All right
but
now.
Hey.
I love this. This was so wonderful. Thank
This was
you.
a really, really good
Yes.
experience. I'm glad. Thank you, ladies, for joining us, Deanne and Mama Tyrion. Um, like I said, we cousins already, and I mean, Joelle, you a cousin too. But I
Yeah.
wanted to say thank you guys both so much. If y'all guys want to share your social media so people can follow and connect with you, you can. You don't have to. Make them come through me because I'm protecting my cousins. So if y'all want to share, you can share your information, but feel free to right now if you want.
Yes.
I'll say, well, my Facebook is the same as
Okay.
my name, Tia Moses Brown.
Okay.
And then
So,
Mama
Okay.
Tyrion is the creator and instructor of the West African family dance class in Detroit.
Oh,
In
nice.
our Pan African community, spiritual community. She hosts a healing spiral that masquerades as a dance class that me and my baby attend. So I definitely want to shout that out. And if you're in the Detroit area, please come and support and heal and dance and tap into your roots. So Mama
oh,
Oh, I
Tyrion, can you
love that.
please share that and everything else that you do, beloved?
thank you. Bessie Saka Cultural Arts. I do project-based learning activities, all kinds of cultural arts and cultural healing related things. But Bessie Saka Cultural Arts and digital rituals on everything. Thank you.
All right,
All right.
now.
Thank you, ladies, again. I am so wonderfully pleased and happy to be surrounded by these strong ass Black women. I'm happy. Like, I love all of you guys, and thank you everybody for watching. We are going to be back next Friday for our season finale. It's a cousin appreciation thing, but love everybody. Cousinsinthecosmos.com.
Peace and love.
We roam so free, two souls